Today is the day. So I want to tell you a little bit of story about my tattoo. So in 2020, I wanted to get a little sun tattoo that was coming up and out of like the crook of my arm. And I was representing like the sun is coming up and, you know, looking for the sunshine and like being optimistic that way. And so I ended up getting the tattoo. But when I got the tattoo, sorry, it sounds like crazy. Let's step way back. Here we go. Here. So I got the tattoo here. And when I got the tattoo, the artist refused to put it on the crease of my elbow. She was like, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. And I was like, and she was like, this is like the furthest I'll put it down, which I should have just said no and like not did the tattoo, honestly. But I wanted it. So I got it, right? And so she did it up higher, and it, you know, it just looked so weird because I ended up going to a different artist and getting another one. I went to a different artist and got another one to try and fill in the space because she didn't put it in the space that I wanted to, right? And immediately the sun tattoo was like ruined. Like as it started healing, I had asked her, I was like, what's going on here? Like, and she was just like, oh, your skin doesn't like it, yada, yada, yada. When really the tattoo got blasted out, it was too deep. And then there's like pigmentation under the skin that just looks really, really bad. So I've been looking at this tattoo on my arm for 2 years and having other people see this tattoo on my arm for 2 years. And I've been kind of embarrassed because it looks really bad. And when you get art on your body, like you get the art because you want to feel good, right? So for a year now, I finally spoke out loud a year ago in January that I was like, this tattoo's crap. Like, I think I just didn't want to admit it in my head. You know, everybody knew it. They could see it and they were like, nice tattoo, yeah. But I finally spoke out loud, like, this tattoo is really bad. And so for a year, I have been looking at different tattoo removal places across the country because we're still traveling in the RV across the country. And we're here in Florida for winter for a couple months. And so as soon as we got here, I reached out to a tattoo place. And today I'm going to get my terrible tattoo removed. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also really excited, and I'm going to show you before of what I see of the tattoo and what other people see of the tattoo up close. So here we go. So when I look at the tattoo, you can see like the cloud is really crisp. It's really, really beautiful. That artist did a really good job. But my little sparkle sun, it's so fuzzy, so pigmented out. And I'm showing you in sunshine, but like here when I step back into shade, look at that. Look at that. Do you see? It's just so bad. And I hate that it's bad. But I'll show you from the angle that other people get to look at it. All right, this angle's a little trickier because I'm trying to hold the phone myself so you can see. But look at that. Look at how crisp those clouds are. And you can see like the deep blown out pigmentation from the sun. And I thought about removing the cloud because I was just like, well, I got the cloud because of the sun and like I'm getting rid of the sun, but I think I'm going to actually keep the cloud and just get something else that's much more beautiful because like it's just so blasted. So I'm a little nervous. Here we go.
Try not to. All
Okay.
right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here comes some pop here. Not that light very much. Let me reposition. All right, that's one done.
That was fast.
Yes,
And it honestly wasn't that bad.
Good. All right, well, let's do
Okay, good.
Let's do the other one.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about my experience because, you know, I just did the video of it while it was happening, and I'm not going to say it didn't hurt, because it did. It definitely had its spiciness, where it, you know, felt like the rubber band stinging and snapping at the same time, basically. But it was so fast. Like, I did 3 tattoos in, I don't know, just a couple of minutes. Like, it just was so fast. So once I got there, you know, I talked to them, I told them about like the sun, I told them about the birds, and then last minute I decided to fix my chakra, because my chakra has also had a little bit of blast out on it. So, you know, we got it all squared away. I had paid for the appointment. I went in with the doctor, and he made notes and took pictures, and boom, 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 lasered off, done. So now it's not necessary to have them covered. I just haven't taken the cover off yet, because he put the aquifer on it, and I'm supposed to keep them aquifered, but I don't have any, and aquifer is a bit messy. So I'm just leaving them covered until I go get some more aquifer, and then I'll take it off and kind of see how it's doing. But the shoulder has remained quite spicy since it's just been an ongoing aching and an occasional poke sting type feeling since I got back from the appointment. And this one is a little bit achy as well, and this one feels like nothing. So I don't know, but that is kind of my first experience with laser tattoo removal, and I feel like it went really well.
No, I'll stay away from it. I'll use my finger.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. That one's done.
Whew. Okay. A little more spicy the second time. So it's been 5 weeks since my first tattoo removal appointment, and I just went and got my second removal appointment today. So today is January 18th, 2023. I just took the little aquifer bandage cover off, and oh, it looks so tender, so spicy, but it's a bit raised, and I noticed some of the appearance on the sun was looking a little bit different from the first time, but the doctor had said that my body is still producing the little cleaner helper, you know, blood cells that take all the pigmentation away, and that the machine did bruise me because it's the Pico 4 laser, which is very aggressive and does a really good job, but it does tend to be a little more brutal on the skin occasionally. So that's kind of where my little sun's at right now. Let me show you here on the little dots on this removal. Ooh, that looks so spicy, so mean. I did notice that like these deeper dots, like those were just so overly packed with ink, and it's got a lot of depth and nastiness, so those are going to take a little bit to get rid of. But on the dainty dots, in the way that I originally wanted the tattoo, I did notice that those were already starting to disappear a bit. So you can kind of see just right next to, like to the right of that orange chakra there, or color, it is so much lighter. So those little dots were doing its job. And then as far as my birds go, they have also looked just very, not a ton of difference, because again, he said it's too soon for that to happen, but it's doing its job removing the ink underneath. So that's the update on that. I go back again in February to do another round. Again, it's been a very, very expensive mistake, but I'm grateful to see some progression, to have the art that I want. And I'm not going for full removal. I'm just going for light enough for cover up. So that's kind of where my update is on my tattoo removal. So it's February 15th, and I am on my way to my third tattoo removal appointment. It has been 9 or 10 weeks since I started this process. So I've got some things in my hands real quick. But I do want to show you how it's progressed. So I want you to keep in mind before I show you that my tattoos were incredibly compacted. There was too much pressure when they were done, so there was a lot of ink underneath and layers that it shouldn't. So it hasn't made movement, but not as much as most people would love in 3 appointments, but I did know that going in. So that's where the sun is at. I'll change the angle and show you where I can see some of the movement happening. And then on my little chakra dots, if I get in real close, you can see that some of them are starting to disappear. So that's super cool. And I have seen movement on my shoulder, which is super hard to see, but I'll put up pictures for that. So yeah, on to my 3rd appointment. Yeah, it's a lot. But I am happy to see progression, and I'll keep everyone updated on that. Oh my gosh, I was on my way to my appointment. I'm halfway here and I realized I didn't bring my ice pack. And the ice pack, its only purpose is to help numb you a little bit so it doesn't hurt as bad. And so I'm like, oh crap. So we can get through this with the power of our breath, my friends. Oh my gosh. That was the first appointment that made me cry. So word of advice, if you're getting a tattoo removal, always ice before, because that is mean. mean, it hurts. So yeah, it's just unfortunate because I really wanted that tattoo and it got so messed up and now it hurts so bad to take off. I just took the bandage off. Ooh, it is rough this time. Look, when I bend, like, it is so puffy. Look at that. Oh my god. That 3rd removal without ice was so hard. It looks so mean. Oh, I'm trying to get it to focus. That looks so mean right there because it's just has so much scarring and burned and bad. Ugh. Yeah. Just wanted to share that. So I got some more Aquifer to put on it because it's just so swollen, and like right here it feels puff like swollen should feel, and right here where he said like a big portion of the scar tissue that is really rough from just not being done well, it's completely hard. Like, I wish I could explain the feeling. That's hard. Like it's almost like there's a little plastic piece sitting underneath my skin, that kind of hard. Oh, ouch. I don't know if you guys can see how bad that is. Look. Oh my gosh. It is so blistered. And it's like, I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, it's mean. See, this one is also, look at how raised and blistered it is too. It's aggressive this time. And just like this one, so is my bird's. It is all raised and feels like it is trying to jump off of my body rather than be absorbed in my body. So that's the birds the day after the 3rd removal. So they're pretty mad. They're hot and they're kind of raised too if I turn to the side. But they're not nearly as blistered and as bad as the other 2. So that's where it's at. So it's been 4 days since my 3rd removal, and that is the weirdest blister that has formed yet. See, if I turn, you can see that it comes off of my arm pretty good. And this is the first time that, like, when I touch the blister, I can see the liquid move, which is really wild because it'll start, I don't know the best way to show you. Okay, this is a weird way to hold it, but like when I touch here, I can see the blister bulge over here and here. So I'm trying to be really cautious because I don't want to pop it. I want it to just naturally do its thing so it doesn't scar, but it's bizarre. Well, you can see from my pictures, it didn't go well. It's been 6 weeks since the last photo that I had uploaded and the third removal. And I had to cover this part where the the blister had popped for a really, really long time. And the Band-Aids ended up making it worse. I went through an entire bottle of Neosporin as per the doctor's recommendation. And this little mark that looks like a scar, which is exactly what I didn't want, it changes constantly. Like sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks bright red, sometimes it looks like it's gone down, and it's just so frustrating, this situation. But when I look, I don't know if you can see, when I zoom it, when I kind of bend, I can see that some of the coloration inside of the like, not the dots but the other part, is faded significantly, and it is looking like color is going away. So when I do compare from the beginning to what it is now, it is faded a lot. But I have 2 more weeks before I go in for my 4th removal session, which would be 8 weeks between the 3rd and 4th removal. And I really don't know what they're going to do or say. And I just know that this looks like shit. And I just want it to be gone and have this process behind me. And so I'm going to end here with the progress of the 3rd removal. And I'll probably do a part 2 video of what happens afterwards. And that's where I'm at now. Ugh, so sad.